Hello, StarCraft fans! This is falconpaladin coming to you with yet another edition of One Trick Wednesday. We're going to start things off with a game between Squirt and Delta Squad on Paladino Terminal, the latter edition. For those of you who did not read the thumbnail, this is a ghost-only version of One Trick Wednesday as voted on by viewers like you. And let's see how one of these players, because they're both Terran, handle the challenge. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the Platinum Terran player who is sporting red. His name is Delta Squad. And on the top left side, his opponent, the Blue Terran player, it is Squirt with a terrible 3D model of an elf spinning image there. That's got to be from like RuneScape, doesn't it? Is that a RuneScape elf or something possibly even worse than RuneScape? I don't know. Is that even possible? I don't know if that's even possible. Alright, so as this is just to see fun stuff, we're going to speed things up in the early game a little bit. It takes a while to get to Ghost. I am interested in seeing how these players will get to Ghost and stay alive. Refinery up for Delta Squad a little bit late. Squirt's is definitely earlier. And actually, oh, Proxy Barracks up from Squirt. Oh, man. If our friend Delta Squad is going for the Ghost, he could be in trouble. Although Proxy Barracks could work for Ghost as well. But I don't see Squirt doing anything that would indicate he's rushing there. Well, and yes, it's Marines. It's Marines coming out for Delta Squad. So Delta Squad is definitely not doing the Ghost-only challenge. He would be disqualified by this point already. Again, special thanks to my 3 screeners who got back to me this week. It is Don, Jabloko, and Jonathan. Thank you again for the time spent looking through the replays we got for this challenge. And hopefully we get some good stuff here. If you don't appreciate it, then blame the screeners, you guys. There it is. Ghost Academy is up and are ready to go. First Ghost on the way. You need the factory to get nukes, but you don't need the factory to make straight up Ghost. So it looks like a bunker rush with Squirt, which, I mean, I guess I wasn't too specific about this, but yeah, bunkers are fine. I didn't say anything about bunkers. I said planetary fortresses, missile turrets are fine. There we go. Cloak is on the way from that Ghost Academy, and just setting up out here is Squirt. So Delta Squad, on the other hand, is now getting his factory. He has a lot of Marines, though. And now Starport's coming up as well. He has double refinery, not really spending his money on much here. He's getting +1 infantry weapons. He is getting stim, so I mean the upgrades are nice, but he's going to start floating a lot of gas here unless he starts pumping stuff from the factory that is gas heavy, and Widow Mines are not. As Widow Mines are, oh, they're 25 gas. I mean, it's not incredibly nuts there. Second command center here as well. Here come the Ghosts. Cloaked Ghosts, man. Picking off, did they just pick off the factory tech lab? They just did. It was under construction and they picked it off very quickly. The Ghosts are here. Orbital Command doesn't have enough for a scan yet. It has 45 energy, needs 50. Pulling off the line are these SCVs trying to desperately save their own lives. But look at these dudes. So much damage versus light. 20 damage per shot versus light. Marines and SCVs are prime targets for these Ghosts. There's the scan. The Ghosts say, all right, you know what? These Marines are actually pretty low on HP, getting out of the range of the scan, picking a Marine off. That's a little bit too long for the world here. And this is working out extremely well for Squirt. Again, platinum level cloaked Ghost rush against a player Delta Squad who is turtling early, which we see fairly often. We're at this level. I mean, I wouldn't say it's nuts to expect this. This isn't like the luckiest thing in the whole world for Squirt, although he probably tried this a few times before successfully reaching something that is working to some extent. Anyway, so these dudes are killing it. 14 kills on this one Ghost. 6 kills on the other Ghost. Is another Ghost gonna die? No, he's cloaked. He is cloaked. That one's not, though. So then get back to the bunker. Get to the bunker. Good stim. And, oh, they get the Ghost before he gets to the bunker. That dude with 10 hit points does get inside the bunker, even though he's cloaked. Says, you know what? Not really worth risking it. Raven's on the way from Delta Squad. This might actually hold, you guys. Our Terran player here, the red Delta Squad guy, could hold with Ravens for detection. These Ghosts are trying to do their best, but I feel like a nuke would be just more effective than almost anything else at this point. Oh, another Ghost dies. The Marines. Delta Squad defending this, I mean, not the best. He did lose 9 SCVs, which is terrible, and 16 Marines. 16 Marines. Auto turret thrown down by the Raven and does kill the Ghost. Never say die. They say as they die, which is always a weird thing to me. I also said, oh, medevacs for transportation only, not for healing. So you can't heal these dudes up. As soon as they lose HP, that is it. That is all she wrote. This Ghost is out of energy, so he's going to die pretty darn quickly here. Yes, Marine does take him down, feeling like the biggest, strongest Marine on the block after taking out a Ghost, man. I would never stop talking about that if I was a Marine. and I killed a ghost, I'd be like, yeah, this one time there was this special ops ghost killing all my SCVs and all my Marine buddies, but I took him down, no problem. No problem. And all his buddies are like, oh, man, let me buy you a drink. Let me buy you a drink. You could get drinks forever, assuming you don't die. Like, the dude who killed the ghost is probably already dead. Unfortunately, Raven with the detection and Marines following this, that dude has 2 hit points. Oh, they killed their own Raven. Did they kill their own Raven? I think Delta Squad accidentally just took his own Raven out of the sky. Oh, that was a problem. That was a problem for Delta Squad. He's really trying to kill that ghost who was going into the bunker, but nope. Didn't happen. He's hitting his own barracks there, too, with these Marines. These Marines are a little bit rebellious here, a little bit mutinous. Oh, ghost outside the bunker. Why? Squirt, you're doing your best, man. But this might just be a straight-up fail. Ladies and gentlemen, the bunker is gone. The Marines are out. It's 27 to 14 harvesters, though. An expansion is done for Squirt, mind you. This really should be a planetary fortress for Squirt, but nope. Instead, engineering base, barracks, getting those upgrades. The Squirt's forward barracks has still been undiscovered. Delta Squad moving out. He doesn't have a big army because, again, he has lost 23 Marines and 11 SCVs in the first stages of this game, so it's going to be a bit of a problem for him to make it work as far as the macro stuff goes, but he needs to do some damage of what he has to do. So these Marines are here. They do have stim. They do have combat shield. Get in there and kill those SCVs in the natural base. They are completely undefended. Are you worried? Worried about a ghost back in his own main base. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised by this? There we go. Now that his attention is fully at this natural base, all of the SCVs are gone. And this extended base by Squirt is going to die as well. Dude, lift it. Run it. You can lift and run. That's totally okay with me. 23 to 15 harvesters. Expansion is done for Delta Squad. He's harvesting from that as well. Ghost coming on in. Trying to do this thing. 4 ghosts in production for Squirt right now. Looking all right. Ghost taking shots from concussive shell as missile turrets are strategically positioned to make sure the ghost doesn't have a not really a very nice place for the ghost to hang out without being detected and thereby shot at. I mean, that's kind of the life of a ghost. You get detected and you get shot at. So this ghost is picking off a few of the SCVs back here behind this mineral line, the main mineral line of Delta Squad, but the Marines trying to go up the ramp. Dude, what stopped you from going up the ramp? I guess you didn't have any HP, and there are 4 ghosts defending their auto turret once again. Man, these Ravens with auto turrets doing a great job against these ghosts. Marines are pulling back on home. All right. So in other news, I'm reading a webcomic called... Oh, shoot. I just forgot what it's called. Blind Spring? Is that what it's called? Blind Spring? It is probably the most beautifully illustrated, best well-written webcomic I've ever seen. It's just really great stuff. I think it's done. I think I had it referred to me after the fact. As the Marines are going after this barracks that is forward for Squirt, the ghost going for it. They did pick off the Raven. Hey! That's what you got to do. Pick off the Raven. The barracks is going to burn down anyway. Squirt kind of hanging out next to it anyway. And then coming down to the attack. Anyway, Blind Spring. Good stuff. Very, very well illustrated. Very fantasy and kind of magic-y if you're interested in that. If not, I understand. You don't have to check it out. But anyway, that's what I've been doing with some of my free time. Meanwhile, American Gods is also premiered on Stars. Nobody has Stars. Nobody has Stars, you guys. Ghost forcing Delta Squad's expansion base to lift off and get inside the main base. Marines and Marauders coming on in saying, Ghost, you leave our stuff alone. There's the scan. Get out of the circle. Oh, they could just barely... Wait, they're out of the circle. What? What was that? Is the effective radius of the circle bigger than it looks like it is? I think we've had this discussion before, and you guys are like, yes, Falcon, because you're looking at it from an angle. The angle which the scan is actually revealing the outside the dotted line is actually considered for revelation. So, good to know. Good to know as a player who is, for example, Squirt. Taking a 3rd base is Squirt. He working on his upgrades. He sure as well better be. No, he's not. He's not working on his upgrades. He has 2 engineering bays, which is great, but no such upgrade in sight here. Marines coming on up. No medevacs for these dudes, which would help immensely. Cloaked Ghosts clearing out everything Delta Squad has. There's the scan. The Ghosts don't care, man. They're going to win that handily, even without upgrades. No upgrades on these Ghosts, dude. None whatsoever. Is he going to go for nukes? I didn't say anything about nukes, did I? I guess I just assumed people would use nukes. So, Squirt, if you were under the impression that you couldn't use nukes in this game, I apologize profusely. You can totally use nukes. I think one of the games coming up, they do use nukes, but I don't see any sign of Squirt going for a factory, which is probably my fault. Probably my fault. Ghost running around trying to do stuff. Raven harassment here at the natural base of Squirt. This Raven has quite a few kills. 6 kills, mostly with auto turrets. That's what we're looking at here. The Ghost hanging out inside this little smoky concealed area just outside the natural base of Delta Squad. And Delta Squad has, again, nothing protecting these SCVs. Dude, you have to make units if you want to expand. He's having such a hard time holding this natural base. He's taking a 3rd base at the very bottom of the map, floating his command center over here. Corvid reactor on the way from Delta Squad. And the Marines, again, I don't know about these Marines. There's the cloak, and the Marines say, fine, you want to cloak and run away? I will allow it. I will allow it. Squirt, yes, getting them upgrades, getting +1/+1. He needs a factory and an armory to upgrade beyond that, though. So I didn't say anything. You couldn't build buildings for upgrade purposes. I hope, again, Squirt isn't under the misrepresented suggestion that they are forbidden or were forbidden. And for those of you who are wondering, what's the next challenge, Falcon? The answer is it will come at the end of the cast, as it traditionally does. All right, so Marines and Raven, almost said, and Falcons. What the? There's a truck up there? Have I seen this before? Critical mass, $573 a liter for gas. Critical mass octane at Bubba's Gas and Grits. That's a beautiful sign. Anyway, auto turrets wrecking stuff in Squirt's main mineral line. Auto turrets just getting tossed down one by one. They're trying to get this Ghost Academy, which would be a nice pickup, but I don't think there's enough energy on the Raven to throw down enough auto turrets to get it. It is down to 560 hit points. It is not on fire, and as such could be repaired by Squirt. I don't know if, again, he thinks he can't repair. There's a lot of things that Squirt's not doing that I'm very curious about. He did make a planetary fortress at his 3rd here to the right of his main base, which is good. Marines waltzing on up to the planetary fortress of, don't even do it. Don't you get in there. Marines are the worst against planetary fortresses. Well, Lings might be worse. Zerglings could possibly be worse than Marines, but it's close. It is close. Ghost coming back into the natural base of Delta Squad like they own the place, and they kind of do. Delta Squad has not been able to get an expansion at any point. Oh, Hunter Seeker, get out! Pull the ghosts out that are Hunter Seeker. Oh, just barely getting that one in time. They do die, but their friends don't. Auto turrets being tossed on down. Ghosts do kill 2 Ravens there. That's probably a fair trade, if you ask me. 2 Ravens dead for a couple Ghosts. Ravens are expensive. I mean, Ghosts aren't cheap, right? But Ravens are expensive. Ghosts, and that's it. Whoa! Delta Squad is defeated. And Squirt is victorious with his Ghost-only strategy. Again, maybe using some non-suggested restrictions, but he got it done. Got it done anyway here. Delta Squad, again, not the best response. I liked the Ravens, the missile turrets, the Marines, the Marauders. Some medevacs would have been hugely useful for Delta Squad, though. I don't know what he did with his starport at any point in this game. Did he didn't, I mean, he was making Ravens, obviously. Obviously, he was making Ravens, but medevacs, I think, might have been a little bit better once you had a couple Ravens just to heal up your bio so they can survive the hits from the Ghosts. The Ghosts don't hit very often. They hit hard. It's 22 damage versus light, but weapon speed 1.07, which is actually kind of slow. Kind of slow in the grand scheme of things, where Marines with are 0.61, and then with Stim is even faster than that. So that's the recommendation from Delta Squad here, but Squirt makes it happen. It's not pretty. He ends up losing 23 Ghosts. 23 Ghosts die, which is a lot. Resources lost here, about 8,500 for Squirt and 6,100 for Delta Squad. So, again, kind of like a Zerg victory out of Squirt when he makes it happen. Okay, coming back with game number 2 of Ghost Only will be Falcon Paladin in just a second. Welcome back to Ghost Only by Falcon Paladin. This is going to be a game between 0-0 and Suku Shang on Abyssal Reef, the Ladder Edition. 0-0 tossing out the hello StarCraft fans. And let's introduce these players. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Protoss player. It is Suku Shang. Suku Shang? I'm going to say Shang. And in the top left side of the map, we have the blue Terran player who's going Ghost only because he's the only one who can. It is 0-0. The name seems familiar. And he seems familiar with Falcon Paladin as well. So we will see if 0-0 can make this thing happen. Can make this thing work or what? All right, so Suku Shang. What does he have that is bad against Ghosts? Adepts are light, Zealots are light. They both take a lot of damage from Ghosts, which is bad. Ghosts are also good against air units, I guess. Like Oracles, they can hit them pretty hard, but also they take a ton of damage from them at the same time. So Oracle versus Ghost is probably not something you would want to experience if you're a Ghost. So again, how do you defend long enough to get Ghost out if you are a Terran player? And the answer, I feel like, should be walling off, obviously, planetary fortresses and missile turrets is what you're going to want. I believe I gave somebody the okay to throw down bunkers with Marines as a means of base defense, but not as a means for moving out or bunker rushing or anything else. Suku Shang does steal an assimilator, steal a gas from 0-0 with an assimilator, which he needs this gas if he's doing this thing. So he's actually pulling SCVs off the line to shut this thing down, which you generally don't want to do. Like, you don't care about it that much. But in this case, where he is going for a Ghost Rush, he sort of really does. Sort of really, really does. Yes, Command Center here, walling off the top of his ramp. It's got to be a planetary fortress. SCVs, he couldn't get it. The assimilators here. What bad luck. What bad luck for the 0-0 having to deal with the assimilator steal of his gas. Meanwhile, double gateway opening from Suku Shang. Assimilator on the way as well. And there's your Ghost Academy. Ghost Academy up for 0-0 inside his main base and kind of down. It's a little bit hard to scout if you're Suku Shang, but again, this is a wall off at the front, so even if, I mean, you wanted to scout this, you'd have to send an observer or an oracle in, which wouldn't have problems finding this anyway. So I don't know, maybe a just unnecessarily far away place to put your Ghost Academy, but we're totally fine. Totally fine with it. Ghost Academies don't take long to build. It's almost done here. Check this out. Ghost Academy done. Again, going to speed it up. At this point, as not much is happening. SCVs, 2 SCVs now working together with their drills to make this assimilator a thing of the past. And actually, no, not walling off. Throwing down Command Center at his natural base so we can mine from it and making another Command Center next to it. So double planetary fortress at his natural should be enough to hold this together for long enough for these ghosts to get out. And I mean, the first ghost should be on the way like right about now. Production tab says no, getting cloak instead. That's fine. The cloak upgrade is nice. Finally, second refinery can come down from 0-0 and an engineering bay up as well. Engineering bay is not done. Command center at the natural is going to be it's going to be an orbital command. Tell me the second one will be a planetary fortress. Come on, 0-0. Do your thing. Planetary fortress? Yes, that was a planetary fortress. Okay, so that'll help. That will help. Ooh, zealots out of Suku. How nice of him to produce zealots when his opponent needs something light for his ghosts to absolutely wreck. Suku Shang, you're a good friend. You're a good friend of the program. Double robotics facility up for Suku Shang right now. He's got a forge, of which he's getting 0 upgrades. Seems like a bit of an obstacle there. Cannon at the top of the ramp leading into the natural base. Suku Shang's playing defensively. And again, there's just really no reason to get Zealots instead of Adepts, especially in the early game. In the late game where you just need a mineral dump, and Zealots are actually pretty good at taking down bases and workers, you want to send them around to expansions to wreak havoc, just like Ling run-bys do. But in the early game, they just are pretty bad against Marines and Marauders and Ghosts. They're bad against tanks. They're bad against pretty much everything. Adepts are superior in pretty much every possible way. Got some Stalkers here as well. Is this... This isn't a Wings of Liberty game, is it? What can I... Oh, Disruptors are here. Okay, so it's not. It is not. We just haven't seen anything from not Wings of Liberty from anybody yet, which always throws me off when that happens. Ghosts are out, man. Don't they look cool? Don't they look absolutely cool with their shining eyes and their giant guns? And they have clips running through those guns? What is that hose thing coming from their backpack to their gun? I don't know. Either way, Observer flew in here and saw the planetary fortress. Right? Yeah, and saw the missile turret and saw the ghost and said, wait, this is not what I was expecting at all. A third base on the way from 0-0 and Ghost moving out, man. Ghost is moving out. Do we have any sign that we might get nukes in this game? There is a factory and there is a nuke. Wait. Yes, there is a nuke. All right, 0-0. Here we go. Moving in to the third base of Suku Shang. Says there's nothing here for me to kill. Oh, a giant army I can... No, Observer! You gotta be careful. You got to be careful with your ghosts, you guys. Just walks right into the whole army and just gets obliterated. That's why you make observers. If you're Suku Shang... Actually, you know what? Did he walk in range of the cannon? Is that all that was? Because I don't actually see an observer here. So yeah, it was just the cannon. Just walked in range of the cannon. Did he even see it? He did see it. He did see it probably at the last second of his life. Which is, he's like, oh, that's why I died. A cannon. Blorp. Let me scream Sadly here. More Ghost Academies coming up as well. Factory just hanging out. Can't produce anything. Just used for that nuke ability. Got a lot of cannons. Oh, man. A lot of cannons coming up from Suku Shang. If he's worried about nukes, this is not a bad idea. Right? Ghost can nuke your cannons down pretty easily, but it reveals the fact that your nukes are there. And it's not really cost efficient to use nukes to take down cannons. And the Ghost can't sneak back your cannons to actually hit your important stuff. So that's exactly why you would want to put cannons up in this situation. I totally agree with static defense here. If your opponent is crazy and going for mass Ghost, cannons are going to be your best friend. So Zealot, Immortal, actually 7 Immortals here. Zealots moving out by themselves, which they're bringing an Adept with them. But there are 8 Zealots and an Adept moving across the map. They've got +1 attack. They don't have charge. They don't have resonating glaives. I don't know what these guys are hoping to achieve. Ooh, dropship coming in. Yes, you can use dropships for transportation, or medevacs for transportation. They just can't heal. So we'll see if 0-0 keeps that rule or not. Medevac flying in, dropping. No. Hold position. Hold position. There we go. And cloak and a nuke on this mineral line would be gorgeous. There it is. Nuclear launch detected. And here we go. Observers coming in. Nope, those are sentries. Sentries coming in. And that's about it. Oh, he almost got his probes out. Almost all of them in time. Only 2 of them die. Good reaction time from Suku Shang. He found it. But oh no, a nuke at his natural base. Oh, shnikes. Oh, he sees this one in time as well. Suku Shang, dude. He's paying attention. So this nuke is going to land because canceling does nothing for you. Like, why would you ever cancel a nuke? Just seems like a dumb idea. Pretty good hit. Does some damage to the Nexus, to this photon cannon and a pylon, but otherwise, meh. Zealots and Adepts coming in to try to take down this planetary fortress. Oh, their pathing is bad. They're only attacking 2 at a time because there are 2 missile turrets they're funneling themselves into. And the Ghosts clear them out along with the Adepts. Like I said, Adepts and Zealots, really good targets for Ghosts, especially with +1 attack. 22 damage per hit. Versus Light here. Do we have more nuke? Do we have any more nukes? You making more? No. Making more. Stupid shark. Get out of the way, dumb shark. Where are you? Left shark. Left shark. Right shark. There you are. Blorp, blorp, blorp. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. Big time army coming in from Suku Shang. He's got Immortals. EMPs are getting tossed down here. And actually doing some pretty good damage here with EMP and just straight Ghost only. Oh, the medevacs are healing. Medevacs, no! That's, why not, whatever. It's fine. We did not get any submissions to Ghost only, which is very disappointing. So the Ghosts, even with healing support, really doing very well here. Actually picking off Immortals, which I didn't really expect them to be able to do all that well. Look at these Immortals. 1 going to die and 2 going to die. And 2 going to die. There we go. It does get it. 2 Immortals remaining, and 9 have been killed so far. Yeah, Sentry's taking that extra damage. They are good targets, especially with the EMP bringing their HP total down. Body pieces flying. Look at that. Look at the trajectory on that one. It's blown across the field and then up, and then straight up. And so we're looking at 3 bases here for 0-0, 59 to 58 total harvesters. He has a lead. He has a lead. Is he out of nukes? No, he has a nuke. He has a single nuke, which he's going to use to take down these cannons, as was foretold mere minutes ago, which should give them a bit of an in to this 3rd base at the very least. So it'll give him a bit of an avenue to attack without being worried about being seen by anything. Oh, more nukes. 3 nukes at a time in production. There we go. Good time hit. That nuke takes out more cannons than I expected it to, honestly. Here we go. Goodbye, probes. I mean, that's the probe massacre right there. Ghost inside your mineral line is not what you want. Not doing a good job running away from Ghost as he was against nukes early. Ooh, was he actually attacking? Wow. That's a lot of dead probes there very quickly. 26 dead probes in this game so far. It's 59 to 38. I think most of those 20 were this 3rd base, which is completely bereft of workers right now, which just is very, very bad news. 0-0 has a 4th base under construction to the right of his 3rd. Going to be a planetary fortress. Going to be a double refinery. He likes his gas. He has a lot. He has 900 gas in the bank, which, I mean, is not, it's not Oprah money, but it is a pretty good number. Pretty good number. Suku Shang transfers a lot of probes from somewhere else to his 3rd, and he's actually oversaturated at his natural. Whoa! Nuclear launch detected at the natural base of Suku Shang. Can he see this coming? Yes! Man, Suku Shang is on a roll right now. Dude can see these nukes. He sees the shiny red dot. And it just takes shields off the Nexus, which it already had healed since the previous one. Here comes Suku Shang moving up with charge lots with +1/+1. This fourth base is in trouble for 0-0. Planetary Fortress trying to hold it here in the natural base. Again, the fourth base just toast. Immortals, Sentry, a ton of Guardian Shields are up for reasons that I don't understand because nothing's actually shooting at these guys. SCV is trying to repair this Planetary Fortress. It does have 6 kills, but get up the ramp. No, don't let the sentries block this off. Most of your Immortals are not shooting. There we go. Stutter, step on, in, allow most of the Immortals to hit. The Planetary Fortress is gone. The Ghosts are here, though. Ghosts clearing out this sentry count. Look at that sentry count evaporate. Zealots getting right on in. Trying to kill what they can, but is there not an observer with his army? Ghost sandwich from the left side and the right side for 0-0. And suddenly in a lot of trouble here is Suku Shang. Ghosts just stutter stepping. They're not the fastest units. EMPs being thrown down. EMP doesn't affect your own units, does it? I don't know. Either way, look how effective they are against Immortals if the Immortals can't fight back. I'm wondering how effective they would be if the Immortals could fight back. I mean, probably still pretty effective, just not this much. I mean, 13 dead Immortals is a lot of dead Immortals. Resources lost here, 5,000 for 0-0 and like 13,000 for a Suku. I wish more of these nukes would land out of 0-0, but you know what? If your opponent's good enough to dodge them, then good enough, I say. So be it. So be it. Ghost count is currently 28. 6 have died. That's a pretty good ratio. I mean, not that I would join a group that had a 6 out of 28 death ratio. That seems high for regular stuff, but for a video game ratio, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Single cannon here at the top, actually providing protection and detection for a lot of Suku Shang's army here, but it's gone now. Totally gone now. There is an observer with his army for Suku Shang, so it doesn't really matter that it's gone. Nuking up the ramp would be pretty much the greatest thing ever, but no. Just waltzing in with his ghost. Maybe he feels like he can straight up win this battle now. And you know what? Maybe he can. There are 2 more observers here, so the ghosts will be revealed unless he can pick off those observers from distance, which he might be able to do. His EMPs have been pretty good thus far. Ooh, good force field. Good force field by Suku Shang. And Suku Shang still looking at Immortal Sentry Zealot composition. His third base is up again and running. As I mentioned previously, flying away in his medevacs and double expanding is 0-0, replacing his fourth base, which died, getting a fifth base here in the top middle-ish side of the map. +2/+2 on the way for 0-0, and both players taking a break, so we're going to speed things right on up and get to the action. Get to where the action is. Swinging on down here, a 0-0 along the right side of the map. Very speedy in medevacs at +2 speed. And here we go. Going to clear out this third base again. Oh my gosh, probes. Yep. All those probes are toast. So we're at 27 to 40 harvesters. Guardian Shield comes up. Nothing really that can kill medevacs as they're retreating. Unfortunately, no Blink Stalkers and no Phoenix. I mean, this army for Suku Shang has a few sentries, but as Husky called them, they're tickle cannons. They don't really hit that hard, although they're better against mutos than you would expect. Anyway, try to warp in some defensive Zealots, getting absolutely blown away by the ghosts here inside the main base. Zealots getting here first, just means they die early. Just means they die early, holding the line here. Observers coming out. There's the cloak. Again, observers are there, so it doesn't matter. EMPs being thrown down. Medevacs kind of go obscuring this battle, but we're watching the Protoss army kind of disappear. Oh, Colossus are out. Oh, Colossus are out. That might be the saving grace of Suku Shang here. The ghosts are like, what? There are Colossus. That's not what I signed up for. Get out, lift off, run. Okay, they're running. They are running now. The Colossus can't hit them because they can't shoot up. Man, Colossus are a super expensive unit for something that can't shoot up. Wouldn't you say? I would say that. Try to land here inside the third base. These Colossus are actually kind of tearing these ghosts apart, is what I would say. EMPs and the Colossus, both Colossus end up falling. Immortal comes in trying to kill these dudes as well, but I was outnumbered about 10 to 1, and his Immortal is gone. It's 122 to 28 total supply, and that might be all she wrote for our Protoss friend here. He's not mining at all. His income has got to be 0. It is 0. It is 0, and Suku Shang is done. I mean, he hasn't left the game. I'm sure he's wondering what just happened here. How did I lose to Mass Ghost? And honestly, it was good upgrades. The nukes just kind of kept Suku Shang in trouble. He went for Zealots. He went for Zealots and Adepts in the situation. Again, Immortals seem like it's not a bad idea, but in the long run, it turned out that it was. And Colossus here for Suku Shang. He's got more sentries. Storm would be amazing, actually. Storm would be good. Colossus, again, a good idea. Just got them too late. Got them about 17 minutes when they should have been out around 10 at the latest here. So going on in, here we go. Suku Shang. Aw, 0-0 retreated. He retreated from the main base. The cliff-walking Colossus is here, though. And 0-0 is out. He running for his life. Suku Shang taking a 4th base. He did lose his 3rd entirely, which is okay, I guess. I mean, no, there's actually a lot of resources still here, so not okay. Not okay. 0-0 is working on +3, working on more ghosts. He has 31. He is working on 4 more, which will give him a total of 35. 35 ghosts with +3 is pretty scary, actually. As a Zerg player, you want to go Banelings probably in that situation. Ultras are going to be just fine as well, although steady targeting is really good. Really good against Ultras, so maybe not. Maybe not. Mulisks? No, Mutas are light. They take the extra damage. Ravagers. You know what? When all is said and done, it's Ravager. Ravager is just kind of an all-purpose unit for Zerg right now, I feel like. All right, so coming into the natural base is 0-0, and Colossus is there, so time to get out. 1 ghost gets left behind. Zealots tear him directly apart. And boy, howdy. Done. 0-0 is heading on out. Where's our army? Where's our army? Suku Shang. He's playing defense. Here we come. Ghost coming into the 4th base of Suku Shang, going right after the Nexus. Not even worrying about the probes in this situation. More ghosts are here and pulling back to the medevacs. There's the cloak, and there's the turnabout. The turnabout is fair play. Out of 0-0 here. Ooh, we could pick off those observers. He can't pick off the observers. No. There we go. Nuke coming in here. Can the nuke land on this army? No, the army is not interested in standing around long enough to allow this to happen. Will the nuke land anyway? Get the Colossus. No! Just going for it anyway. The ghost getting right on top of these Colossus. Colossus pieces flying into the air, which tells me they are dying. Here on Abyssal Reef, 134 to 1. Nope, just kidding. 134 to 14. Total supply. The observers are now gone. Now it's 11 total supply, and that's going to be all she wrote. That's it. Suku Shang is defeated, losing an immortal to these +3/+3 ghosts. And he doesn't want to leave the game, although nothing's in the production tab. Oh, there it is. There's the good game out of Suku Shang. Good game out of 0-0. Suku Shang is out, is defeated, and 0-0 is victorious. Woo! That was a crazy one. I wish some of the nukes had landed, but they can't all be good ones. They can't all be good ones, or we wouldn't be excited by the ones that are. Well, isn't that right? Isn't that how that works? I think that's how that works. All right, so thanks 0-0 for sending that one in. That was pretty good. Pretty good stuff as far as showing what mass Ghost can do against Protoss. We'll be back with game number 3 of the One Trick Wednesday in just a second. Welcome back, StarCraft fans, to the One Trick Wednesday of Ghost Only. This will be a game between Alex NATO and Hobag on Abyssal Reef, the Ladder Edition. In the top left side of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is Alex NATO, which is a tornado made of Alexes. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Bag, represented by the Zealot from StarCrafts. Again, if you haven't seen StarCrafts, go search Carbot Animations on YouTube. Really prolific dude. He does Warcraft animations, he does StarCraft animations, he does Brood War animations, he does just all sorts of different stuff. What else have I seen him do? Heroes of the Storm animations as well, which is actually pretty fun. It's a little bit too slow for me. There's just a lot of farming, as all MOBAs have. It's just a lot of farming. And like the hero battles are just not quite my style. Teamwork is not really my style. I prefer winning and losing on my own merits, and if I lose a game, I like to know it was me. I'd really like not to have anybody to blame, is how I feel about it. Alright, so Bag is going for the second refinery against this TVT opponent. Actually, 2 refineries from Alex NATO as well, so either one of these players could be going for a ghost-only type of a game. Again, gonna speed it up. So a lot of the submissions this time were long, you guys, so unless we want this to be 3 hours of Ghost only, which some of you might be okay with, but I don't know how many of you have the patience to sit through 3 hours of. StarCraft Ghost only. It seems like it's a lot. Okay, it is a Ghost Academy here from Bag. First of all, where is this thing? Very south of his main base. There it is, under construction. SCV doing his darndest at 2x speed to get that up and going. And is it a factory? It's a factory. Okay, so Bag is going to get some nukes out. Is going to get some nukes out here, which is nice, which is actually pretty wonderful if you're into that sort of thing. So factory on the way, engineering bay coming up for Alex NATO. So whatever he's doing, not exactly a, you know, barracks factory starport type situation. It is barracks factory engineering bay and an expansion tossed in there as well. Okay, so he wants his planetary fortress up at his natural base for his TBT. And you know what? Fair enough. I mean, if Hellions show up, if Marines show up, having a planetary fortress is going to be fine. It's going to be a good experience, actually, to have that PF. Is he a PF? Oh, I was going to say, PF in his main base would be amazing. But no, that's an orbital command. That is, in fact, an orbital command. Starport's up for Bag as well. So likely for medevac production. It should be. Indeed it is. High-sec auto-tracking on the way from NATO. Wow, Alex NATO really playing this thing turtly, which again I think helps the Ghost-only challenge. If your opponent is a little bit turtly and doesn't try to come kill you early. I imagine a lot of people who tried this challenge just got wrecked early because, I mean, you don't get your first ghosts until like 3 or 4 minutes, which is late. Which is late in Legacy of the Void as it turns out. Alex NATO either going to go for some kind of a Ninja Expand. Yep, Ninja Expand. All right, so going for a third base down at the bottom side of the map and to the left a little bit. I like this. Alex NATO turtling up, but also taking Ninja Expansions. So good for you, dude. Nuke on the way. High-sec auto-tracking on the way from Bag as well. He wants his planetary fortresses and missile turrets to have as good a chance to kill stuff as they possibly can. Can't argue with him on that one. It looks like we're waiting for the nukes to finish for Bag before we move in there with this medevac. And, okay, he's moving in, so we're going to slow things down. I know some of you complained in the past that I don't slow down well enough. Oh, Widow Mine shot almost kills the medevac. Woo! Down to 25 hit points there. Medevac going in anyway. Oh, second Widow Mine. Okay, not in range. Not in range. Ghost is cloaked. Banshee says, wait, what? Oh, there's the scan. Oh! It's the scan from Alex NATO combined with a Widow Mine takes out the Ghost as the nuke is launched. Like I think it barely got clear of the silo before it died. The Banshee would have probably killed him as well, so Widow Mine not necessarily. But good job covering this backside of your base, Alex NATO. Way to go, dude. Okay, so speeding back up again. The first attempt by Bag is actually fairly shameful. But you know what? Game's not over yet. He's sitting on one base. He's trying to expand up to his natural, which I think he should definitely do. And any upgrades for his Ghost. He does have that engineering bay, but I think it's just for the planetary fortress abilities that the engineering bay provides. What else do we have? Oh, coming back in with 2 more Ghosts. All right, 2 more Ghosts on the way. Let it not be said that Bag is a quitter. Let it not be said that Mr. Bag likes to quit. Where is our... Oh, yeah, they're down here. Ooh, nuke launched. Where the what? Okay, so one dead in the main base. The other one does land. Here at the natural base, all those SCVs ascending upward towards the sky to their eternal reward. Where did that Ghost even launch that thing from? I don't even know, but good job. Going for 2 at the same time. Yes, he lost 1, but a second one was a rousing success. Mass Banshee from Alex NATO. Oh, boy. I don't know how Ghosts are going to do against Mass Banshee. Banshees are not light units, so the Ghosts don't do extra damage against them. And Alex NATO actually double Ninja Expanding, taking a 4th base. Bottom section of the map, right at the middle, actually not too far away from Bag's natural. Ooh, he's very brave. Extremely brave. All right, so Banshee is flying into the main base of Bag, taking down a missile turret. Thanks for coming, missile turret. Nobody likes your style. Goodbye, supply depots as well. Ooh, missile turret firing on the Banshees and killing 1, but now going after an engineering bay, which is not protected even in the tiniest bit. And here we go. Ghost shooting away. Not actually cloaked. Not actually cloaked. A lot of supply depot focusing down here by Alex NATO. You know what? Supply blocking your opponent is not a bad idea. But Cloaked Ghost picking away with missile turret support here, losing another Banshee. Another Banshee down. Only 3 remaining from the initial 6 that he had. He had 6. It's a good number. Banshee's here at the front door. And meanwhile, another nuke attempt here. Where is this Ghost? I don't see where the nuke is coming down, which is fantastic, but... Oh, over there on the right. Okay, so Bag does get this nuke off inside the main base. A lot of dead SCVs, ladies and gentlemen. This Ghost has 38 kills. This dude has 38 kills. That's the most kills on a Ghost I've seen since that one mono battle that Chuck Norris went Ghost, I think. This was a while ago. If someone remembers which mono battle that was, let me know. But that, I think he had over 100 kills, that Ghost did. Banshees and a Raven are trying to take down this planetary fortress at the natural base of Bag. He's repairing it well enough, but he can't do this forever. Ghost needs to assist. Cloaked Ghost saying, goodbye, Banshees. I know there's a Raven with you, but so be it. Another nuke landing. Do we want to watch that one? We always want to watch that one, don't we? We do. And look at this. SCV actually trying to kill the Ghost. And the nuke lands and the SCV dies. Look at that mushroom cloud. Fusion core on the way from Alex NATO. Possibly going to respond with battle cruisers. Possibly going to make that response with the battle cruiser. The battle cruiser operational. Auto turret thrown down. Banshee still wrecking on Bag stuff. These go another nuke at the natural base of Alex NATO. Alex NATO not as good as moving his workers away from nukes as our Protoss friend was in game number 2. And here it comes. Ladies and gentlemen, the nuke. Oh, well, he almost got away. Well, he did get away. Lost a couple SCVs, but most of them got out of there in time. So good job, Alex NATO. Ghosts versus Banshee. Yes, got him. Wait, what? How can? Where's there a Raven? Was he just out of cloak? I'm about out of cloak. Nuking again at the natural base. The SCVs are repairing the planetary fortress. Now they're all gone. Man, massed SCVs lifting off into the sky is actually kind of funny. Thor, Banshee, get rid of. Oh, our hero Ghost is dead. I need to check. I need to check his kill count real fast. So here comes our final nuke. He's at 48, which is extremely respectable. Extraordinarily respectable. Battlecruiser on the way from Alex NATO, by the way. And nuke lands, killing several SCVs, and his kill count goes to 56. 56 and an SCV. Making it 57. Nothing really else for him to kill. There's the scan, and there's the death, and he's out. So, good job, Ghost. Way to go, friend. This Banshee is still wreaking havoc inside Bag's main base. Missile turrets up in a lot of places, but not actually anywhere that can hit the current attack. As it turns out, forced to lift off his starport, moving back to the safety where these missile turrets are. This missile turret trying to be built. Nope, dead. This Banshee making sure that never happens. As it turns out, another missile turret getting focused down, actually killing the SCV first, which seems responsible from Alex NATO. And it's dead, so we're going to speed it up. Yeah, there we go. Banshee's out, both players kind of hanging out. Again, Alex NATO has these sneaky bases that Bag has no idea exist. This is why you got to scout. This is why you have to scout. So both players have lost a lot, as it turns out. 51 SCVs have been lost for Alex NATO, which is bad. And really only 5 ghosts and 4 SCVs for Bag. I just feel like he's in trouble here. Yeah, Raven throwing down auto turrets, murdering stuff. At the same time, we do have Banshees here. Do we have battle cruiser operational? Yes, we have 1 with 2 more on the way. So battle cruisers, when you already have your opponent worried about Banshees, is maybe not the greatest transition, as your opponent is going to have a lot of missile turrets already and a lot of anti-air in their arsenal. So maybe not exactly what you want to do. But Alex NATO, you know what? It is your game of StarCraft 2. You can play it the way you want to play it, and I'm not going to stop you. Not going to stop you at all. So yeah, I did mention American Gods previously. It's a novel by Neil Gaiman. I'm actually reading the book as these ghosts go after these SCVs, and Alex NATO's... Oh, Ninja, 4th base. Ninja 4th base is out. Tactical jump and get in there. Oh, 1 ghost does die very quickly. As it turns out, these battlecruisers cannot get out in time. So in the middle of reading it, it is crazy. It is a crazy book. Crazy things happen, and I'm like, they're making this for TV? That's ambitious. That is super mega ambitious. Nuke launched at this 4th base of Alex NATO, where in fact there are 2 battlecruisers. So, ouch, takes them, well, one of them down to 200 hit points out of 500. The other one's at 393. Again, the closer you are to the hit, the more damage it does. It's kind of a circle thing there. Scan, Ghost dead, more battle cruisers here. Alex NATO not in a bad spot. He's got more bases than his opponent. He's got the same number of workers as his opponent right now, which is 34 to 34. Another nuke here for Bag, though. He's determined to even this playing field using nuclear missiles. Natural base gonna hit again. This planetary fortress might be brought down to burning by this one. And Ghost is up to 8 kills. Are you on fire, planetary fortress? No, 500 hit points is not on fire. Not on fire at the least. Ghost, cloaked Ghost, trying to kill battlecruiser as it comes out of this starport But no, not going to happen. There's the scan. Oh, he's out of range, and now he's going to nuke right on top of these starports. Slowing down the production of battlecruisers seems like a pretty good idea if you're back in the situation. So here we go. Nuke number, I don't even know, 10 maybe? Nuke number 10. Bam. Oh, getting rid of the tech labs at least. Ooh, that means no more battlecruiser production for Alex NATO for a while. He's actually pretty good on gas, 1,400 gas, but only 300 minerals in the bank. Ghost going after these battlecruisers here at the 4th base of NATO, but getting in range of a what? Exactly. What would... Did one of the ghosts just run out of scan there? Are you seriously out of scan? 48, 49, 50. There's the scan. Get them. Get out of there. Get out of there, ghosts. Oh, they do manage to survive. And out. Okay, so missile turret needs to finish. Needs to finish real bad. There's the nuke, though. Another nuke coming into this 4th base right on top of that missile turret that is causing so many problems for Bag, or would if it wasn't getting nuked. Right about now. Oh, get out of there. Get out of there with your battle cruisers. Didn't do it. Didn't get out of there with his battle cruiser, and bad stuff totally happened. Whew. Some idle SCVs here from Alex NATO inside his main base, which is always just a bad thing. As it turns out, 2 more nukes on the way for Bag. He's trying his very best to win this thing with ghosts and nukes, and so far, so good, I would say. Though he's not out of the woods yet. Medevac comes home after dealing a lot of damage by ferrying ghosts around for the last couple of minutes. SCVs mining from this 3rd base for Bag, but again, 4 bases for Alex NATO, and he's got actually 30 to 38 harvesters. He's lost a lot. He's lost 77 SCVs, you guys. 77. Here we go. Raven with Banshee and battlecruiser support here. +2 attack done for all these Sky Terran units, and +1 armor as well. Alex NATO also has Yamato cannon, which he hasn't used. It's pretty much overkill on ghosts, although if there are only a couple of them and there's nothing really else to use it on, then sure, use them on ghosts. I will approve as Falcon Paladin. All right, Alex NATO, it's time to move in. I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't know what you're looking at. If I had to guess, I'd say you're taking a bathroom break. But here we go, Ghost versus battlecruiser battle, and Bag says, you know what? No. Nope, we're not going to do that. We're not going to stand and fight when it's pretty much 1-to-1 battlecruiser to Ghost, especially with Raven support. Just not enough here. Ghost, let's see if take a look. 7 battlecruisers and 12 ghosts. Yeah, it's not, the ratio is not good enough. Not good enough for Bag, but he's moving out with his ghosts along the top side of the map here, saying, you know what? I'm going to check for additional bases you might have. You have shown you're willing to ninja expand. I'd love this 4th base for Alex NATO to be a planetary fortress, but he refuses to upgrade it to anything. To anything right now. Another factory on the way from Alex NATO. It's a bit of a contained setup. I don't know that Bag can really expand at any point, but Bag also moving out with his 10 ghosts. 10 of his ghosts moving out. 2 of them perhaps are home for base defense. And they are. EMP, I mean, does EMP even matter against... No, battlecruisers are cooldown abilities. They're not mana or mana abilities anymore. Is that what it is? Is it mana for ghosts? I think that's what they call it. I don't know. 3rd base trying to land, or actually this is going to be like a... Good golly, what would that even be? Where is this nuke? Oh, nuke here at the 4th base and at the natural base at the same time. Battlecruisers coming in, trying to murder stuff. Nuke going to land. There we go. And landing at the 4th and going to land at the natural base as well. Not reacting in time is Alex NATO. He's down to 15 harvesters. Battlecruisers going for it. Here at the natural base, there's a nuke, though, from the high ground for Bag. The battlecruiser is pretty much getting out of range there, but the Raven does not, and the Thor gets killed as well. A nuke inside the main base. Woo! Bag wants these nukes to land, and by George, he is making them land. Battlecruisers, there are 3 of them remaining. Too many missile turrets. Too many nukes. 4 kills, and 3 kills on these dudes' Ghost. And I love this map. I really do love this map. All right, so Ghost inside the main base of Alex NATO, pretty much doing whatever he wants. The natural base is gone for NATO as well. Another nuke attempt here. Lots of Ghosts coming in for Bag. Don't get hit by your own nuke, you morons. Get out of there. Widowmine does fire. You're going to get hit by your own nuke. No, 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 no. No, no, no. I don't know if that was on purpose, but he just nuked about 8 to 10 of his own Ghosts there, which seems like a bit of a problem. Okay, Alex NATO, I think he's out. He's lost his main base. He's lost all his starports. He has a pretty good bank, about 1,000 minerals and 2,700 gas here, but he's going to lose. He's going to lose his fusion core. He's going to lose his supply depot. Some of these which are doubled up. So that's a lot of supply data if these ones get lost. And 3 base in it is Bag here. He's making so many missile turrets. Basically saying, you're going to go... Actually, Thor's. Thor's from Alex NATO. Okay. I'm on board with this one. +1 armor on these dudes. Here we go, but there's a nuke at the 4th base. I mean, there are 2 SCVs and a mule here. They're all dead, obviously. Another nuke from where? Just sitting right behind that mineral line. There's the scan. I think they could see it. Ooh, actually hits himself a little bit there, and the 4th base is totally out. It's just nuke after nuke after nuke right now. Bag is making them 2 at a time. Is he going to get hit by this one as well? He dodges it. Another nuke attempt on the factories. Thor's trying to murder stuff at the same time. Can they do it? I don't know. Nuke lands on the factories. Doesn't kill them as there's not enough DPS to do that. Ghost versus Thor. Oh, wait. Planetary Fortress as well. Yep. That's going to be a big deal for Bag here at his natural base. And the Thors are forced to retreat with battle cruiser support. So his main base is gone, but he feels like he has enough army to do this thing. Does he? Is the question of the day. Nuke at his own front lines for Bag. Nuke your own stuff if that's how you have to win. Yamato cannon getting thrown down on the planetary fortress, but nuke. No! Big time hit on the battle cruisers. Wow. Going right through that radioactive waste, and Ghost's taking out the Raven's gone. Cloaked Ghosts have full reign on the battle cruisers. 2 of them very low on HP, 94 and 101 each, and that's it. Alex NATO with the rage quit. Alex NATO is defeated and Bag is victorious. So apparently the answer to can you win with Ghosts only, the answer is if it's a long game, you can do it, where the upgrades actually don't really come into play at all here. Bag got 0 upgrades for his Ghosts. Would have helped. Would have probably helped to get upgrades in 23 minutes, but he didn't, and he won anyway, so he didn't learn the right lesson. Wow indeed. Let's take a look at the resources lost here. 7 battle cruisers lost for Alex NATO. Total of 22,000 minerals or resources lost for Alex NATO, and Hobag is at 17 or 18. Pretty fairly even, but 121 workers lost for Alex NATO. Hard to win when you lose that many SCVs. Hard to do it unless you're really a high-level player. Okay, so one more game coming up from the One Trick Wednesday of Ghost Only from Falcon Paladin, and we will see what happens in that in just a second. For the final match of the Ghost Only One Trick Wednesday from Falcon Paladin, we will have a game between Woodchuck and 0-0 on Belcher Vestige, the latter edition. So 0-0 makes a return with his classic Hello StarCraft fans opening, and he will be in the bottom right-hand side of this map sporting the color red. Woodchuck is upset, but with the lull. And in the top left side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is a Woodchuck. How much chuck would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? That's what it is. Not how much chuck. How much wood, derp. Tongue twisters. Tongue twisters are fun. I'm better at them since I've been casting for like 2 years, turns out. All right, so we actually have a pretty quick command center here for 0-0. He wants to expand early. He wants to get a lot of gas in as fast as he possibly can, and the way to do that is to expand quickly against the Terran opponent. Same story, actually, from Woodchuck. Expanding his natural base before 0-0 actually gets to his natural base location. So he's going to win that race. I think he's going to win that race. Maybe 0-0 might be able to float it over and land it before Woodchuck's is done. Let's take a look. Let's watch. Let's watch. And, he's going to make it into an orbital command first. Never mind. Woodchuck's going to win this thing because... unless SCV harasses. SCV is not interested in harassing, wants to get killed by Marines instead. So Marines win that battle very, very nicely. And Woodchuck's going to finish his natural base. Ka-chink. And 0-0 is going to make some SCVs here. And his Ghost Academy is on the way here about 3 minutes into the game. Again, you can't make Ghosts very quickly. That Ghost Academy is a pretty long build. And it takes a while. Making a bunker at his front. Really worried about early aggression from this Terran player. And it's actually a 3 barracks Marine push out of Woodchuck. So this could go super poorly for 0- here in the early stages of this game. But we're going to watch it anyway. We're going to take a look at it anyway. You know what? I don't think ×2 is actually ×2 speed. I I know that's what it says, but it's not faster times 2. It's faster just like incremented to a certain amount. Because if I do times 2 for like 10 minutes, it doesn't make it 5 minutes of game time. It's actually, or real time, which is pretty much what it is. It actually knocks it down only about 2 minutes or so instead of like the 5 you would expect. So who knows? Ghost on the way, Cloak on the way. Command center up at the front here for an additional wall type situation. And Planetary Fortress is upgrading. There are Marines coming though. They are coming. We're going to slow this thing down. There are Marines on the way, and they are hungry. 2 ghosts inside a bunker, doing pretty well against these Marines. A ghost on the outside as well. Back up, ghost, and he does back up. SCVs repairing the Planetary Fortress. Ghost inside the bunker doing a great job, though. Look at these dudes. Bam. Shit. Wow. So that was 12 dead Marines for a dead SCV, which was up in the north. It wasn't even part of this defense. So that was as efficient as you could possibly get for a defense. That's like 12 enemy losses and 0 for you. The percentage is infinite. Yeah, so Planetary Fortress is making SCVs for 0-0, getting a 4th refinery right about now, working on +1 attack. Good job, 0-0, and making Cloak. All right, Cloak on the way with a factory, going to get those nukes. I don't think, did he land any of those nukes in his first submission? I don't know if he did. Let's see if he can land these ones for our entertainment and edification here on the channel today. Boom, 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 ba-da-dum. I like the music. I like StarCraft music. Just the music's good. The cinematics are good. The single-player campaign is great. I've had more than one friend tell me in the last week or so, I should really go back and finish that campaign for StarCraft. And I'm like, yeah, you really should. You should. It's a fun time. That last level for Wings of Liberty where you have to hold out on Char for however long it takes for the artifact to charge, that's intense, man. That is scary stuff. The first time, I believe I was like, I don't want to deal with the Brood Lords. Let's get rid of the Sky stuff and just deal with Ultras. And with a lot of tanks and basically Marine groups to focus down Kerrigan when she showed up, because Marines are the counter to everything, I actually was able to do it after dying about 5 or 6 times, which... You know what? Considering I don't main Terran, I was pretty proud of that. Pretty proud of it. Got it done, I think, on hard. It wasn't on brutal. I don't think I've ever done it on brutal. Have I done it on brutal? I have completed the Wings of Liberty campaign on brutal. Never mind. I've done that. Okay, so yeah, never mind. I have pulled that off. Anyway, Ghost moving out for 0-0 armory on the way for them, or for 0-0 as well. That's what he needs for those further upgrades for the Ghosts. And here they go. How many Ghost Academies does he have? Does he have the 1? He's got the 1. And I don't see another one. Don't see another one. So single Ghost here. Going to nuke the front. There's the scan. And a lot of Marines. Dude, you just saw Ghosts. You saw Ghost Defense. What makes you think you need Marines here? All right, so Cloak Ghost going to wander in here. Is there a scan available? There's a scan available for Woodchuck. But the question is he going to use it? Yes, he is. Get out of there. Get out of there, Ghosts. I don't know if you're faster. Are you faster? 394 move speed. Marines are 315. So you're faster, but not by a whole ton. And if there's stim available, this is just, these Marines aren't a lot of... Did he call down a mule? No, he has a scan. He's just refusing to use it. Wow! These Marines. These Marines are getting absolutely blown apart. Blown apart here. There's the scan. Significantly later than it ever possibly should have been. A lot of SCVs just getting murdered here as well. And that's it, man. Woodchuck is defeated. And 0-0 is victorious. Okay. Wow, that might have been better as the first one. I think I might have misread. I think this should have been the first one in the cast. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. We'll do it for the last one. We will do it for the last one. For those of you wondering, where's the ones against Zerg? Only one submission for a Ghost only against Zerg, and it was kind of terrible, as it turns out. So, yeah, bad news. Bad news bears on that one. All right, so that's going to be it for the Ghost-only version of One Trick Wednesday. I'm looking at the results for our One Trick Wednesday for Wednesday, May 17th, and squeaking it out by 3 votes is the floor is lava. So this is open to all races. Only use drop play. No restriction on what units to use, but your offensive units are not allowed to touch the ground between your base and theirs. Nidus worms are fine. Warp prisms are fine. Anything that you can do, dropships are fine. Medevacs are fine. Lifting off a command center and floating your SCVs over to another base and then popping them out, that's fine. That's totally fine as well. So actually, should I do that? Yeah, I'll do that. That counts for your workers too, you guys. If you want to ninja expand, to get your workers there, either make them at that base or fly them over. You have to fly them over to do it. So again, open to all races. What else did I say? That was it. So as long as your offensive units and SCVs, as long as nobody touches the ground between bases, we're going to call it good. So, I mean, that's going to be, for example, the general area around a base. If it's on the lowest level already, like this one, just keep them close by when you want to attack, lift off and fly over, or make a Nidus worm or whatever. This is bad. This is lava. This is lava. This is lava. This is not lava, because if you have a base there, it's not lava, etc., etc. So keep it going. Keep it going. The One Trick Wednesday, that is the challenge. There's a link in the description to the next challenge, which will be essentially 2 weeks later after that, right? So it's going to be like May 30th, maybe June 1st even, depending on how many days there are in May. I don't know. So again, vote in that. Exercise your right to vote. And that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of One Trick Wednesday. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.